Hello everyone, this is Chrisa, Assis, founder and teacher of Bautanz Constructing Dance. Today I have a tango friend with me and a very well-known member of our tango community here in Toronto, but also of communities around the world, Jason Jiang.
Hello everyone, and thank you Chrisa for having me here. Hello.
So today we're going to be discussing different matters of tango nature because Jason has been DJing, has been organizing festivals, milongas, teaching, performing, and you have been dancing for a long time, different dances. So he's going to share a lot of insight and great tips, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as we will chatting about it. So
Thank you. Let's start.
Let's start. So I want to start with something super exciting because I'm excited to hear about it. Cancun, you were DJing at the Tango Maya Fest.
Yes, and Tango Maya Fest every year early in November. This is definitely one of the best festivals I have ever been attending to. Yeah, it's tango, but it's modern tango. It's beach, ocean, swimming pool, foods and drinks included, all inclusive. Plus, you have tango.
That is an amazing combination.
Yeah, it's, yes, I think we all should go back there, and I'm scheduled going back next year. And,
already?
Yes, I'm confirmed. Yes, and maybe go there as DJ as well. This is an amazing event. But a DJ there and play music, or as they say, musicalidor, is slightly different from elsewhere, from other festivals and from milongas in other part of the world.
Oh, how so? How is that? Why do you feel that way?
This is a resource. It's a field full of vacationers, mostly from North America.
Oh, okay.
So the age of dancers and slightly a little bit old. So it's many of the retirees. That's and in addition to that, and in Mexico they have very strong music and a dance tradition.
Okay, so let's see. So we have two elements here. We have the people who are coming in from mostly North America.
Yes, U.S. and Canada.
U.S. and Canada, yes. And then you have the people from Mexico, who though come from a very different background.
Indeed.
And they're coming together.
They're coming together. So
and you have to make sure that they're all of them going to have fun.
Yes, and for example, the organizers ask me not to play short cortinas, just play the full song, salsa, bachata, swing, so let the people dance.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the after party, that's what we call the milonga. After milonga, usually start at 1 to 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. That's we play a lot of the salsa and bachata and swing and the Latin dance as well. So this is you have to accommodate to the dancers, to the milonga goers, and to the party goers. So you have to play. So tango music, it is important, of course, to give the people the feel that they come to tango festival.
Of course, yes.
But you have to do more than that. It's very interesting experience. It's very, inspirational and intellectually very stimulating. I have to crack more salsa, bachata, this kind of music. I don't have many. So
because you don't usually DJ for Latin parties.
That's true, but it's fun. It's everyone has a great time. We have the maestros and some of the hottest tango artists at the time, and Sebastian Arce by himself. and Carlitos and Noelia, very good couples. And of course, we have organizers Luciano Brigante and Alejandra Orozco, and Argentine couple from Chicago, Diana and Hernan Prieto. Yeah, it's great events. The class is feel Assis class, and some of his class had about 100 people.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, that's all.
Oh dear.
Yes, yeah, of course, and
he is in high demand. It's true.
Yes,
it's true.
It's very interesting and satisfying and fulfilling trip. Definitely, and you should go as well next year.
Well, I am hoping, especially if I can escape the winter from, from Toronto for a few days.
For 1 week. And the arrangement is amazing. That we have the class during the day, and you can drop in the class, then you can go out and to have a swim or have a drink, then come back for next class. This is a non-stop class, and 5 or 6 a day.
Okay, so it's running throughout the day. So basically you have tango throughout the day.
Yeah.
Wow. Tango throughout the day, beach throughout the day, and the sun, it's amazing.
Yeah, and dance until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It's in one location.
In one location.
In one hotel. You don't have to. We've never been out during the whole events. We only went out to tourist and attraction. There's Tulum. There's a pyramids and Maya cultural heritage.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And here I'm very grateful for the organization and the great work and put up by Luciano and Alejandra.
Yes, they do an amazing work. You can see the videos, the pictures, and all that, and we will have a link at the bottom if people want to see what it is that we've been talking about here.
Yes.
Do you feel that experience maybe has affected the way you would DJ here now coming in Toronto? Or
no, it will be different.
It will be different.
Totally
yes,
different.
Totally.
And Toronto and the community is very mature, and the tango has been here for about more than 20 years. We're talking about starting late 80s when the tango, Argentine tango, started Renaissance and worldwide. So the show Tango Argentino and Forfeit Tango, they came here one is late in the 80s, then Forfeit Tango is in 90s. So people here, they have a great appreciation for real traditional tango music.
Yes.
Not, we play salsa, bacha sometimes, but for serious and milonga, we cut short cortina, no more than 1 minute.
Usually, it's really usually short.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it is in most of the parts in Greece as well, in Europe. It seems to be that tango is communities are more, protective of their musical space.
Indeed.
And that must have been a great surprise to go in there in a festival. And I was like, I need to bring all this music in now.
Yeah, next time I will be prepared, and I will just be there and to have a great party and to have a great time.
Mm-hmm. How was it working with these great people, Luciano and Alejandra, and with the rest of them? Did you have a chance to get a little bit closer to them, or take a class or something like that?
Yeah, I did take class. Me and Patricia, my wife, and we took 3 privates with Arce, and we did many workshop as much as we could, and if the time, given the time, allow us to do so. They are real artists, and they just want to share the knowledge about tango, and they do have a lot of things to share with us, and so I benefit tremendously of this event. They change, especially Arce, and he changed and improved my dance a lot. That's amazing, and he worked on us and the 3 and the private class, and a lot of the body things. So it's tango, but it's more than tango. He just went beyond the normal tango teaching methods, and he goes directly to the body. So he's the one that's he turns tango teaching as a science. I mean, nobody has ever done that.
Well, yeah, he has. I think he has gone through that for himself as well. If if you see him, how he has changed his dance and how he trains, or maybe it's now becoming apparent to me, but it looks.
I can see. I watch your video. Yes. I watch your video and your website and Bautanz. That's how to pronounce it.
Yes.
Yes, and you do the same thing. I think there might be some inspiration from him, or somehow
definitely.
and influence and by him and Montes, because they go beyond the normal teaching stuff, how to do an ultra, how to do embrace. They go to your body. If your body is not built for the tango, for the dance, so that why bother?
So is that what was maybe one idea that you took from that private class? I know there were probably many, but it's something that you've said to yourself, okay, I want to start working from this idea. What would that be? Because you're an advanced dancer already, like you've been dancing for a long time, and now you try to push your limits a little bit and get even better and better. So what would that be? That extra thing that he said, and he's like,
That's very interesting, because during the free class, and he spends most of the time on Patricia, and he's very straight and blunt, and he said, Patricia, you are not going to get better ever if you keep dancing like this. More time will not do you any good. So we have to discard whatever you have, or whatever and you don't want to have. Let's start from scratch, from the body.
Okay.
Yes, and without the proper body posture, without the understanding of the basic elements of the body, so you're not going to get better. So then we go to the joints.
Straightforward.
Yes, and we go to the different body and how to move your leg in 3 joints. This ankle, this knee, and this hip. And same thing to the hand. And how to turn your head and first, then your shoulder, then your hip, then neck. Normally when we teach the tango, for example, we do a hero, we have 3 parts. We have the shoulder, or torso, hip, then neck. And Arce goes beyond one more, just this is 4 parts. Head. You have indicated your nose first, then your shoulder, of course, together with torso, then hip, then neck. So he changes the dance.
And he changed. It sounds like he changed also the perspective.
Indeed.
Not only just to tell you, okay, you're doing this wrong, so you have to fix this X, Y, Z, whatever. And off you go. But he gave you a different perspective to how you look at tango, as even maybe an opportunity to change your body to dance tango better.
I think it is very important. I mean, this is transcendental, and for me, when we try to solve the problem, we always just go directly into the problem. But now we have to go the roots of the problem.
Right.
If you do not have a body, then you have to exercise, do things to make you to have a body. Then you can dance. Then maybe you will not see the improvement or benefit in a couple of days, but in a long run, maybe in months or years, and you can see the benefit already. And me and Patricia, we haven't seen the benefits.
Yes.
Yeah, we have seen the benefit because he made us more conscious awareness
Yeah.
of our body.
Now you're probably, I mean, that's probably one big benefit. Most of the times we don't know what is wrong. We can't feel that our shoulders are not aligned, for example, and someone tells you, but you can't feel it. And even if this person tells you, there's no point because you can't feel it.
Yes.
Now
yes.
you're becoming more aware of, oh, yeah, this is not right.
Yes, we have to. This is dance is a body movement. It's like a sport, and for any other sports, you need to have a good body.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's ready to do the things that is demanded by such sport or dance.
Yeah.
But only in tango, and so this is very important, inspirational and instrumental for our future or further dance. If we want to get better, and we keep learning because any improvements and we achieve, we feel better in our dance. So we just want to always look for that feel.
Yeah.
Yes.
The feeling of
Yes.
that feels good.
Yeah, and you just go deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing class.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. But you are going to have Arce again.
In Shanghai.
In Shanghai.
Yes, that's
so that's also going to be something. It was big was it last year the first time you were on the festival?
Yeah, last time. It feels like last year, but actually it's this year, and 2017. But in February, it feels like last year, but it is this year, the last time.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, we are going to have a second edition, and Sientome Tango weekend in Shanghai, March 9th and to 11th. Same place. Yeah, we're going to have a Sebastian Arce and his partner Mariana Montes. Yeah, then we have added some new element this time.
Oh, and what is that? Can you tell us?
Yeah,
Not
sure.
yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, and it's all published, and you may you can see in the description the website, and the registration is
Everything.
open for everyone. This time we have invited, and which is also confirmed, and a tango orchestra from Russia. Yeah, the modern
nice.
tango orchestra is called Tango Bibo. Tango Bibo,
Very
yes,
nice.
yes, very very good. And the founder and the bandoneonista is Ivan Tanarin, and he's very talented musician, and they have been invited to play in Buenos Aires twice already.
Oh, that's
Yes,
beautiful.
they've been touring to Europe all the time. So with the orchestra, then we're going to put a show.
Oh, so they're dancing to live music this time, or
Yes, they are
Yes?
dancing to the live music. No, actually, the dancer in the Grand Milonga will dance to live music. In addition to that, we have a tango show. It's
Right.
called Tango on Air. It's like a radio, Tango on Air.
Oh, you're taking the one that they just opened in
Barry,
Bari.
Italy.
Oh.
Yeah, so that idea they are going to. We're going to present the whole thing, and in Shanghai, China next March,
That is
with
beautiful.
live and orchestra, the music by Tango Bibo, and Mariana Montes as a curator and artistic director and choreographer. They are going to be the leading and performance. On top of that, we have 5 or 6 couples from Asia, the Asian and professional dancers. Yes, some of them from Japan. For example, and Chizuko, she won the World Championship stage tango about 2 or 3 years, and Chizuko, 2 or 3 years ago.
Maybe 3. I don't know.
Yes, then we have professional another dancer Asian champion from Hiroshima, Japan. Now we have a couple from Korea, Basel Han, and he's basically the careers and the champion maker. He make
Oh,
All of the champions, Asians or some.
so he's a main coach, maybe, or no, sorry.
Yeah,
Main coach of champions?
Yes, of course, it's Asian champions or Korean champions.
Nice.
Yes, and we have a couple from Hong Kong, Raymond and Nini, and a couple from Taiwan, from Taipei. There's Derek and Agnes. They are the top Asian professional couples. Yeah, we're still looking for maybe another few couples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is will be show. So during this event, and
People are going to be very, very
Yeah,
lucky to be there.
3 days and before the event, we have the seminar
Oh, okay.
for the stage tango.
Uh-huh.
This is for 18 hours training.
Okay,
And
so
ferry and
if someone is considering of going to the Mundial or learning stage tango, that would probably be the
yes, 18 hours.
18
and-
hours is a very, very good start or a very good boost.
Yes, and we only accept registration by couple, and so when trained by both of the maestros. If you are good enough, you might have a chance and to go into the show, even if it's not in that show, because we scheduled the show already. That's March and 11th in a theater. But the show will be staying in Asia. So
okay.
we got this idea. So then we are going to this is our show. So we're going to
Maybe tour around
tour.
Asia,
Yes,
possibly?
yes. So then, and we're looking for good dancers, and especially the people who are interested in dance stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. How did you manage to get all these people together? I mean, even just to get Sebastian, Arce, and Mariana Montes to say, yes, I want to do this festival, here we go. But to get all these people together to say, all right, we're doing this. How did
It's
you do that?
one thing and by another. We never thought about this show before. First thing, you got Sebastian, Arce, and Mariana Montes,
Yeah.
and we did it last time in Shanghai. It was very successful. We didn't even promote very much, and this is for us. And we have three co-organizers, me, then Helen and Catherine. Both of them are based in Shanghai. I'm here.
Okay.
So then it was a great show, great event, and we have a workshop, and the whole workshop during the weekend includes 8 classes. Yes, and
Okay.
each class is attended by 60 people. We have to close the door to the people who register or who came late. So we have.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, basically we have to turn people away because we want to maintain the gender balance. Now, which is
Well,
yes,
no, this
yes.
is, and this is something maybe because I've been seeing in the forums. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you,
Mhm.
but I've been seeing in the forums there have been people asking about how do you go about as an organizer setting a festival that doesn't have this imbalance of more followers or more leaders, and then people sitting around and not getting the full experience out of their money, basically, because they feel that they're sitting out and they're not dancing and they're not participating in the class. But that was, I'm guessing, a decision that you had to make and say, well, this is how we're running this, right?
Yes, it's a difficult situation in
Because we see it.
yes, in every place,
Everywhere.
and this is a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it's not limited to one place.
Mhm.
Simply, there's more women.
Yeah,
and
usually.
dance tango, and the reason being, and I think, and women's they're more sensitive to tango music.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there's no expression I can present. So why everywhere, in every culture?
Everywhere.
Yes, there's more women and
Always.
dancing tango, and the ratio is slightly different. In some places 1 to 3, some places 1 to 5,
Yeah, it's
or
true.
even worse.
Or even worse.
Yes, I think women dancers, they musically they feel somehow more connected. There must be.
Maybe, yeah,
Yes.
maybe the music is what makes the difference.
Yes, more
Could
connected.
be.
So then for organizers of any events, you have a big problem or question: how going to make the gender and balance? If you don't do such a thing, that's you just you fail all these women dancers. Basically, they're the supporters. Without them, and nobody can run an event.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that we have to set up a limit. For example, in Assis class, normally we do only 25 couples.
25 couples.
Yes, but in some class, like the Sientome Tango, the basic Assis technique, we do 30 couples.
But that was probably like your max, that you wouldn't be able to.
No, nobody
Squeeze in more people.
nobody can do that, because that wouldn't be fair to all these the students.
Yeah.
You cannot practice anymore, because the people, when they practice, they need the two maestros walk around to see the problem, to answer questions.
Yeah. And when you have like, I don't know.
You have 80 people,
80
100
people.
people. That's not possible. This is the same thing happened in Cancun, and in one of the Sebastian Arce's classes was about 100 people. So this is
It's a lot. It's a lot of people.
Yes, you cannot teach. So instead, Sebastian took a microphone, talk about the things, which is very emotional, very, very moving. So it's a great class.
Well, see, okay.
How you can monitor 100 people to do a thing and to do a figure or to walk. That's by himself.
Exactly.
Without
You don't have Mariana there, and it's one person and 100 people on the floor, and everyone is expecting him to say just one word that can save their tango, right? Because it's also that mindset that we go in a class and we have this huge expectation. So I think that decision is not to say, okay, 25 or 30 couples, that's it. It's not only good business, let's put it that way, but it's also responding to people's expectations. Even though people might think, but I'm not going to be taking that class. Yeah, you're not, but even if you weren't there, you wouldn't get the attention that you need.
Indeed, that's why we have to rigidly enforce the rule of the gender balance. So in this way, we have to turn away many of these followers. Yeah. The register first, then so once we hit the limit of 25 or 30 followers, and we close the door. Then open only
for leaders. Okay.
Only, not even for couples, only for leaders.
Oh, just for leaders.
Yeah,
right.
because
so they can match the followers.
Yeah, when we hit the 30 followers already, all we need is
just leaders.
Yes,
it's true.
Yes.
So has all this helped you with your dance? The DJing and organizing and putting events together, has it affected your dance, the way you see tango from when you started? You think?
Not much.
Okay, that's interesting.
I would say yes.
Tell me more.
Not much. DJ helps, but it helps for any dancers to understand the music, to interpret, because I listen more music than before. So that's one help. But you don't have to be DJ to listen to music. You can listen music all the time at home. So that's what I would say. The DJing itself that doesn't help to improve tango. You have to do what is be done. You have to practice, I mean, you have to practice more, and you have to learn, and you have to practice more.
Interesting. I was expecting exactly the opposite answer.
I know, but I think no, because
no, but you're right. You're right.
yes, and because the only benefit is that
you have to do. You have to listen.
You listen, but everyone can do that.
Yeah, you don't have to be a DJ to do that.
Yes, you can listen all the time and anywhere, given the accessibility to all the tango music, internet.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, now things have changed too. We have access to all these things.
Yes, and second, as an organizer, it doesn't help to improve your dance.
Does it help in how you see tango, or does it actually not help in how you see tango?
Indeed, yes, as organizers, that I see tango and inside out.
Yeah,
yes,
now you have like the
in the meantime, and full of hope, hopeful. And in the meantime, just get tired of it, get sick and tired of it. I see the ugly side of tango. So this, in a way, just help me to understand the tango. Not to improve you technically, but no. You see more, you understand it more profound, more deep. This is not like before, or people that like tango music, they feel they are just they are so romantic about the tango, so lyrical about the tango. So this is and for us, no, it's not. And in order to reach that high, you really have to dance good. You have to learn all the time. I mean, after 15 years of dance, I still feel I'm a beginner. I always want to learn. I practice at home every day, not hours, but maybe 20 or 30 minutes.
Good.
Do some of the basic things. When I took class, I took notes. Then when I get home, I look at and what I need to practice. It needs mentally. I have to aware. I have to be conscious about what I'm going to do. Yes, and that's about it. But of course, as organizers, you get to know many great dancers, and you have a chance to dance with them. That improves them.
It's true. Yes. So, what would that 20 to 30 minute practice look like? Say, yesterday, what did you do?
Okay.
If people want to, because
for me,
it's funny, people think it's like they have to practice for hours and hours, and no, the truth is you just, if you are focused for 20, 30 minutes, that's a great way to go about it.
Yes, for example, yesterday I practiced the three aspects. First is walk.
Yes.
So walk, and after all this class and learning, especially the last weekend, I took some private with Maximiliano Cristiani, the 2013 world champion. So he gave me the new meaning or understanding of the walk. It's a simple walk. And now I can understand why Argentinians, they walk different. And from all these other people, non-Argentinian. Now, yes, because it's a science behind it. Before we know, this is because they dance better, they are Argentinians. No, that's not true. They dance better because they are dancers and they put so much work and they did so much research on it. That's the reason they dance better. Not because
they're just Argentinians. No.
Yes. So Cristiani basically deconstruct the walk.
Okay, so then this class connected with all the things that you heard from Arce in those private classes now come together, and you have this strong,
so
really solid way to.
I walk for a few songs. I know it's difficult, and because when we walk, we have to feel the resistance from the lady.
Yeah,
and when I practice alone, I don't have that opportunity or the convenience. So I walk, but I try to make note. I have to walk very, very and smoothly, very slowly, so I can understand. I just want my body aware or conscious about what I'm doing. I have to make that, and I have to walk, then put my weights on my axis. Then again, this is a continuation process. It doesn't have to be hours or 40 minutes, and a few 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, I walk 2 or 3 songs. That's fine. Then I practice my posture. It's very important, and then we have to have a new meaning of the posture. It's very, now we have to make how the lady is more comfortable.
Right.
It's not about you anymore.
Or it's not only about you.
Yeah, it's not only about you. So you have to, yes, of course, this is the things that every competent professional teachers have been talking about. But just at this stage, you just click, and with me, I think I should do something about it. I just standing there and to make sure, basically it's a review, because we have learned this years ago when we start dancing. But at that time, even when you learn, when the teacher told you, it's not, it didn't connect with you.
Yeah. You heard, they said it, and you heard it. You know you heard it, you remember it, but maybe you didn't feel it in your body. At least that's what I felt, that things that I had heard like 10 years ago suddenly now click.
Yes.
I was like, oh yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is exactly what Arce told me, and when we at the end of our class, he says, just practice something that you feel like you want to improve recently. Do not do many things together. Maybe it's a few things you want to practice. The focus is do it for a few months, then switch to another one. Switch
your focus.
Yes. So this is the second is my hope. The third thing is connection.
How do you practice connection on your own?
It's a good question, but I try to make my body realize that I have to do that all the time, and just like it's the same thing. For this, and both and Arce and Cristiani taught me the same thing. You have to. It's like a qigong. You have all this qi. Yeah, put it here. You connect with your partner here, not here, not there, just here. And you have to very, very be conscious that you have to pick the body up. Sometimes we do a wide dance, our body cracks.
Right.
It happens.
It happens.
Especially when we try to do the hero, we do a complicated figures or sequence. Then, so I just try to do that. Yes.
So it's more of a connection with your body that you become aware through the practice that you can share that with your partner.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You have to be ready. You have to be good.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot just without a purpose. The practice is useless.
Yeah, it's true. You just go in there, spend your time.
Spend time just dance, and I realize dancing more doesn't make you better. No. You have to realize what you're doing, what purpose you want to reach. Then I also practice hero. Yeah, I've been practicing and dancing and practicing hero for years. But then this time I use a stick. Yes, just put it in.
So you have a feeling of how your body is rotating?
Yes, just and straight. And the heroes, especially when we try to unroll skis, that it's an on and off thing. Sometimes it's wonderful, sometimes it's not. That's great. And then, then Maximiliano told me that there's a reason for that. Of course, everyone taught me the same thing. But this time it clicked.
Exactly.
This time, so
You were ready to use that information.
yes. So
Yeah.
I will just put a stick in the back,
Yeah.
and from here, just in behind.
Like your whole spine?
Yeah, whole spine.
Yeah.
Just, yes, with a belt. So just
Okay.
tie it up. That's why I do the dissociation of the heroes. I use that to practice, to do a few Onroski, maybe in 20 or 30. It's about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I feel much better.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's
I-
one little thing by another. It's not going to happen all of a sudden, but we don't have that many opportunities to go to Milanga every day.
And you
So-
can't practice these things in the meeting.
No.
You can't. It's impossible. Or you wouldn't have a good time.
Yes, one thing that I learned from this maestros is that many of us are not professional with amateur dance as a hobby, but with a passion. But we
Yes.
try to use the professional standards
Right.
to regulate our dance.
Right.
That's
Yes.
that's what I'm trying to say. And you don't have to go to gym. You don't have to practice and doing other things day. You don't have to make a living of the tango, but you can use the high standards to improve your dance. Maybe not 100%, even 5%. That's increase our dance much better, and the feeling of that moment is unbelievable.
When it happens, and it's all great.
Yes, and I had a great this eureka moment.
Mm-hmm.
After 15 years dance, this Tango Loft last Saturday, I danced. Yeah, it's the fourth song of a Disali Podesta Tanda.
Uh-huh.
I walked 4 steps. That's like a half, only 4. That feeling just
But
was
it's
gone.
all like-
Yes, just so juicy and it's so sweet. Yes, I understand why and the basics is so important. I walk 4 steps.
4 steps.
Yeah, just everything and in coordination, perfect. Yes, that was yes.
And I think it always comes back to that, especially if you're not like a living off tango or living off any dance. Those, even if it's 4 steps, even if it's 20 seconds of your whole milonga, it can make a really, it can change the whole night. Perfect moment.
It's a justification of my 15 years learning tango.
Work.
I think it's worth it. It's totally justified.
Yes.
For all these 15 years, I danced tango. The Saturday, on the 4th song of a Disali Podesta Tanda, I walked 4 steps. That was amazing. So for all the 15 years, it's justified, it's worthwhile every minute of the 15 years. It's that powerful, it's that strong.
Yes. But you were not only in tango, you were doing other dances before.
Before the tango, I was doing ballroom about 30 years ago. I did a bit in China. Then I went to UBC. There's UBC and ballroom tango. No tango, just ballroom club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an active member of that club. I took class. I went to the amateur competition.
Oh, so you reach a competitive level.
Amateur.
Yeah.
Amateur. Yeah. They have many things. They have the bronze, silver, gold. That's the open level.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That means you have a master of these things. They call the syllabus.
Right.
And yes. I was in some competition level, but amateur. It's not professional.
Not a professional.
Yes. Then for a while, and after I got married with Patricia, and she didn't like the ballroom. We tried to restart the ballroom.
Oh, together.
Yeah,
this
together.
time.
Yes,
Okay.
but she didn't like it. She told me it's all the practice.
Oh.
There's no fun.
Hmm.
Wow, I realized it was wow. So that's 100% correct because even now,
Yeah.
if you go to any ballroom place, dancing club, school, not here, everywhere in the world,
Okay.
Europe, Asia, even Africa, South America, you go there, you see the people practice, they can never finish the dance.
Oh,
Yeah,
really? I've never been.
I know. They start in a certain angle because this is the dance for the competitions, dance for the judges. You have to face in the proper angle of the room. You start
yes,
there.
of course, because they have to.
Yes.
If they're there, they have to.
Then you walk one step, then you stop, you talk, discuss. Because there's always some flaws or mistake or errors happen in one step. Then you start again, you start again. So.
Oh. The very different process.
Yeah, they always talk, and we went to so many places and dancing and clubs, schools, and one people they play music, and especially the modern. We really saw people finish their dance. They walk a few steps.
Interesting. Then they would stop.
They will start to up because it have to be technically perfect.
Right. So they would stop and talk about it, I guess,
Then
and then
do
start
it
again. And
yes. So this.
Wow.
So
Very interesting.
they brought this habit to their social parties.
Even though they're not in competition anymore, they could have just kept on
In
dancing.
the school, when they practice, that is okay. But
Yeah.
I saw many ballroom dancers. They have brought this habit
The social
for me
dance.
and to their social gathering. So they dance a while, then they talk, discuss. So it's for me that's it's not fun. It's not interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's as if you're practicing all the time.
Yeah, there's no fun.
It's no fun.
Especially the ballroom. Northern is slightly different because the music and the people, at least they can finish one dance.
Okay. So
But
you don't see it that much in Latin ballroom, but more in the.
In the modern,
In the
yes,
modern.
and the posture, everything had to be perfect. Everything.
But did it help you in any way in tango?
No.
Was it a burden? Was it a?
It is burden.
Oh, so it
For
was-
3 years, and my first instructor, teacher, and Roland Kayat in New York City, and he said, I have to get rid of the ballroom from my body, and very stiff. Yeah, we do have a posture, but that's a fake.
But you
have-
still have to keep it.
Yes, no, we have a phony and a fake posture. That's and we have to
But it's
remove
still a habit, so you couldn't. It was still there.
for 3 years. So it's like a handicap.
Oh dear.
Burden, yes, for 3 years. Some people could make it shorter. Some people
Or longer.
longer.
Yeah.
But you have to get rid of that because the concept is very, very different.
Definitely.
The weight, the access, connection is totally different. But one thing about this, if you say there's anything that's helpful or related, that is because it's a social dance. It's a partner dance. That's,
right.
Yeah, that's
So at least you had some experience from an embrace.
yes,
you know,
embrace,
compared
and
to-
also then you have this good habit. You want to go to practice or go someplace to
Right.
dance.
Yes.
You will feel like that's it just feels that without dancing your life and something is missed in your life. So I mean, for me, maybe that's to
Yeah,
some other
course.
dancers like salsa
Yeah.
and bachata, other social dance. Dance is a good part, integral part of my life. I think that is related. I have this thing, this
Yeah,
habit. I want to go out to dance.
And I think that's probably, at least that you're very methodical. You're very strategic about how you set up your practices, what you're looking from your private classes, like you told me now, and that you take a record, you make a record of it. You know what you want to, what you're looking for. So I'm guessing maybe it is. Of course, it's in your personality as well, but. Maybe those might be things that you need to do for ballroom that is so, because it's so technical, or no?
Yes, you are right.
Because if you don't do that...
I didn't realize until just until you said so. Yes, because in the ballroom we have to read the books.
You have to.
Yes, this is I don't know now, but at that time is the guy called Alex Moore, and he's from the UK, and he published the ballroom technique or the Latin technique, like this monograph and a small booklet every year, updated version. You have to read that. You have to read the description of that. Then when you go to the class, so one.
Oh, so you have that. You have to have that done before you get in the class.
No, you don't have to, but
it would help.
It helps not, especially for ballroom dance. Some people they don't, but I do, and I did, and so I subscribe to their booklets, and so every year they have updates and edition, because what you did was for competition. So, for example, like in 1992 edition, so you cannot dance the technique 91 because they are going to judge you using.
Oh dear.
Using
the 92 booklet.
Yes, so you have to be it's same thing, but they upgrade a little bit. For example, when the ballroom tango they do the Spanish draw, that there's a certain requirements or technical specification about that.
And you have to have them all if you want to get all the grades in.
Yes, that's maybe that's a reason
I'm guessing.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'm
yes,
guessing
yes.
That's the case.
I like to take a note. One feel I have something I need to know. I need to practice.
Yes. Well, it does help. I thought that was the case because it's the same thing with ballet. I haven't done ballroom, but I've done ballet for many years. And this is what ballet is. This is what it is. X, Y, Z. If you're doing something else, you're not doing ballet. Maybe you're a great dancer doing something else, but it's still not ballet. So you have to go by the rules.
Yes.
So if you want to make sure that you are in fact progressing, that it's not in your head, and that you can see progress, you have to make a note of, okay, this is what we did, this is what I need to do, and this is what I did and it worked, and this is what I did and it didn't work, and this is where I need to get to. So
Indeed.
It's something that after doing ballet or ballroom dancing for many years, you do it automatically. You don't.
Yeah.
It's not this profound idea, or it doesn't seem like a profound idea to you, because you've been doing it for years.
Indeed.
And would you be switching gears here, but would you be able to suggest? I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe I can think of one book. If someone wants to read more about tango or hear more about tango, is there any book or blog or something that you would suggest you are reading or you had read in the past, and you would say to someone, you know what, try this book or try something?
There are so many interesting blogs on tango, especially and more before than now. Now. Because now it's more like instant, more social media.
Right.
So people are not dedicated as before to writing and to reading.
Yeah.
Because now everything will be done and in a text message, so it's slightly different Yeah, this is many things, and I will suggest Tango Voice.
Tango Voice?
Yes, it's a great blog, and it's by American, and it's basically everything needed. For DJ, that's Stephen Brown, Tejas Tango, or Tango Tejas, Dr. Stephen Brown. I start my DJing and from that website.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he has, it's like huge, great resources in there. I mean, it's
Yes.
a lot of things.
Yeah. For the details, read, and you can go to the website Total Tango. They have Spanish and English, maybe even more language website. There's everything about. This is more just like an encyclopedia. It's about information, data. You can find information about every artist.
Yes.
Tango
that's true.
reader, singer,
Yeah.
and composer, writer, and poet, orchestra, musician, all on that website. Just so many and great tango blog. Tango Chaos. That was very
Tango Chaos,
interesting.
yes.
Yes, there's a few blogs by the people who quit everything and moved to Buenos Aires. Nabila the Debbie, and finally disappointed by tango and by Argentina. That's another story. But
Yeah,
yes, but you can learn so much.
It's, exactly. You can always get something from another person's experience.
Yeah.
Let's put it
Yes.
that way. And if you could think of people you follow now, I'm guessing Sebastian Arce would probably be one of those artists that you follow, not on especially social media, but maybe follow their work. But I'm guessing it's Sebastian Arce because
Yes,
you have
and
been
this is
connected in many ways.
because it's about the work. It's on and off, and every time why you have a certain artist you want to follow. I start when the YouTube started. I start following Geraldine and Javier Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Then moved to Fabian Barata. That's because both of these teachers I learn from them. I take class, then switch to someone who want to get the root of if this is what they are, and who are the maestros, who are the teachers. So I start following Jorge Disparry and Marita. They are a good friend of mine. I invited them to China and 3 years ago doing a workshop. Yeah, then when I got interested in Arce, that's I started following them, but not as much as before. So before I learned from YouTube, I learned the steps. Some of the figure, if I think that's interesting, yes, I just download that video I learned just freeze the frame. Try to learn that. Of course, that was wrong. Yeah, that's total.
Of course, that's wrong.
Yes, that's you will not
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't ever do that. Then I start subscribing or purchasing the Arce's online teaching video.
A Tango Meet.
Tango Meet.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I have them all. I have them every. Yes, because at that time, and a few years back, I was in China starting my own tango club, so I use that material as my teaching preparation.
Okay, so you used, you followed the videos and then you transferred that knowledge to your students.
Yes, I just use because it's a different approach.
Very different, that's true.
To teach.
Yeah.
One like they said in the video, in the start of this series of video, TangoMeet.com, they said, yes, when you teach your work, then you start doing this Acon salida basic step, then the follow the girls, they start to do the cross. then everything just went to collapse.
Yeah.
Collapse, yes, because the beginner they cannot do
No.
cross properly.
No.
So he used a different approach, not to get into this step, just walk, make a lot of variation of the walk, and just forget that. But then they have a different way to approach ochos.
It's true.
So yes.
Different way to approach the ochos, and how they break every step down. So not only they have a different approach in the class, the way they share the information, as you said, but also they have a different approach of how it needs to be broken down. Like I remember there's one that I've always used, and when I have to teach back ochos, I remember how he got, and Mariana of course, they started walking backwards, and then he introduced a little turn of the torso.
Yeah.
A very small turn. And he said, I remember the words, like, walk towards your partner and only just change slightly your direction. And then Mariana was on to say that, well, you could just cross your legs, but it just feels uncomfortable and you feel that you're always falling. So that's why you do this opening of the hips, and you step and you step. And that's a great introduction to back ochos.
Yeah.
Great introduction. People feel that they're still moving, that they're still going, and they're still progressing on the dance floor, and it feels a lot more flowy than, okay, side step, turn, step.
Yes.
Turn, step.
Then people
turn.
they just collapse, and there's many, and you try to learn a new thing, but it creates more problems. So
Yeah, it's true. It creates more problems. It's true. And you try to keep them going, but it's like...
Yeah.
So if someone wants to reach out to you, either for the Shanghai Festival or the Cancun Festival, or do you teach, if you're teaching here in Toronto, or
No,
if they...
no, I don't teach.
Okay.
I still feel learning, and sometimes, and yes, I like to share knowledge with the people. How do I feel about?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and one half time in China, yes, I teach in my own club.
Aha, okay. So, but if they want to reach you for the festivals, how could they do that? Through what would be the best way for people to communicate with you?
Just go to my Facebook.
Okay.
Yes,
So
and
we'll have
send a message or visit our website.
Which is?
Sientometango.com.
Excellent.
So
All right.
it's like a Siento, feel me, yes, Sientometango.com.
Excellent. So we'll have that at the description below.
Yes.
So because I'm guessing from our conversation, the spots are probably filling quite fast because you have a lot of artists in there and a lot of things happening, and you are again going to be very careful about followers and leaders and being all balanced. So if you want to get into there, you have to make sure that you do that as fast as possible.
Yes, and to register for the Sientome Tango Weekend, second edition, next month in Shanghai, and followers, you really have to register
Because
quick.
March is not that far away. It feels very cold right now, and we might think it's far away.
Yeah,
but
you
March
just
is not.
register before the end of the December. This is what we have, the early bird pricing for all these participants. But followers to register promptly and to secure spots.
Because they're going quite fast.
Yes,
I'm
they're
guessing.
good. Yes, yeah, they know how to teach, and they have a huge following in Asia. They never formally teach in Asia. They were in Korea. That's 17 years ago for 6 months.
Oh, I did not know
Yes,
that.
and when they were very young, they were invited by a dancing club that no longer existed at that time. But it's it's not only the tango, it's everything. They dance ballroom and nach and all the other social dances.
Yeah.
So they are not recognized at that time, and they didn't have many students. They told me, so after class, they just went to video and arcade to play video games. Yes,
Oh.
yes. At that time, 17 years ago, that's in 1999 and 2000. That there's not even one single student left from that period in Seoul,
Really?
Korea. Yes, some of the people they still in contact, but these people are not in Tango anymore.
Interesting.
So they're not, and they never.
They didn't really, yeah, after
Yeah,
that.
they never and formally and been teaching in Asia. So I'm the first one to invite them. Many people approached them, but somehow just didn't happen. I went to Torino last year. That's 2016. So I can take a class with them in Torino Tango Festival. Late March, early Easter weekend.
Okay.
Yes, every Easter weekend. I wanted to just take a group class with them so I can meet with them and talk about this. Yeah, then.
And that's how it first happened, your first connection?
Yes, the 2016. Of course, I followed them for quite a while. I subscribed their Tango Meet online teaching. Then Arce asked his assistant Anna to send me the requirements of the conference line pages.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
most people will be turned off by the line pages. It's very detailed requirements. Some I cannot disclose the details, but I would say most people were turned off at that time because. In Europe it's different, and they are friends. Yeah, the men of but so
True.
yes,
True.
But
Still, I think though, not because I'm a fan or anything, but generally speaking, from a business perspective, I think it's the safest way to go about it, because if you don't have the guidelines, and it's not someone you know really, really well, then you get into mix-ups that could have been avoided if you just had the guideline.
Yes. And we about this guideline we made a few tiny modifications. And we said okay, so
Perfect.
so next day we are also no problem. Okay, then they can.
Excellent.
Yes.
So it wasn't that difficult.
No, it's not that difficult. Well, of course, we talk about it. I went to Turin to see him. We talk about it, and he's interested. I said, okay, if you're interested, I want to finalize it. Then yes, because if you accept, if you have confidence, if you trust them, then it's not difficult.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you do not, then it's going to be very difficult because that's going to take a very long time to negotiate all these terms.
Yeah. Because they're probably gonna feel the same way. If you don't feel like you trust them, why would they feel that they trust you?
Yes, indeed.
Right. So
yes.
they're also gonna be like, I'm not quite sure about this.
Indeed.
Possibly.
Yeah, so that's it happened. Then after the last time, the Sientome Tango weekend, and so after the Saturday Milanga, by Sunday we confirm and announce in public they are coming back again.
Perfect.
So yes,
So,
and
yeah.
this time
Let's do it.
and he proposed we invite the orchestra, and we do a
So
show.
it was his
They-
suggestion?
Yes, they have been corroborating for
Yeah.
years, and their show is and base. The show is a cooperation project between Arce Montes and the orchestra.
And the orchestra. Oh, okay.
So
yeah, I've seen the pictures. I wasn't sure that I didn't know that there was that such a strong collaboration. But
yes.
that's excellent.
Yeah. So
the people who are going to be there, they're going to be very lucky. Very lucky. All right. So if we had this wall all free, and you wanted to write one phrase about tango, what would that phrase be?
Oh, I have many, but okay. Tango is too beautiful to not dance well.
I like it. This, yes. Well, I'm guessing we all need to up our game a little bit. Up our game a little bit. Great. This has been a great pleasure to have you here. And
Me
chat.
too, and thank you very much, Chrisa, for having me here.
It was great. I hope people will enjoy it as much as we did. And so, would you like to do a dance with me?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you have music.
I have music.
Okay.
All right. Okay.